So this is the anterior view of the overhead squat on my buddy Tanner. So his overhead squat is generally pretty good. When he goes down, just his feet turn out, and so probable overactive muscles there are the soleus, the gastrocnemius, the lateral one, bicep femoris, short head, and the TFL. The probable underactive muscles are the medial gastrocnemius, medium hamstring, medius, and glute maximus, gracilis, Popliteus, and sartorius. This is a lateral view, so you can see that he has his low back arches, so probable overactive muscles would be the hip flexor complex, the rector spinae, and latissimus dorsi, and the underactive muscles would be the glute max and the hamstrings and his intrinsic core. He doesn't his excessive forward lean isn't too bad. But his arms do fall forward, so his lats, his pec major and minor, his coracobrachialis and teres major are overactive, and his rhomboids, posterior deltoid and rotator cuff, and lower trapeze are underactive. So his posterior view, he has an asymmetrical weight shift to the right side, so his adductor complex, TFL, gastrocnemius, and the soleus, piriformis, and bicep femoris, and the glute medius of the opposite side are probable overactive. Underactive the glute medius, to the same side of the shift, anterior tibialis and adductor complex. So the feet flatten, so that could be the peroneal complex, lat, gastrocnemius, bicep femoris, short head, TFL overactive, and the underactive for that anterior tibialis, posterior tibialis, and medial gastrocnemius, and the glute medius for the underactive. So this is a single leg squat assessment. On the left leg, you can see that his left knee moves inward. So probable overactive muscles, the adductor complex, bicep femoris, TFL, lateral gastrus, and vastus lateralis. Probable underactive medium hamstring, medium gastrocnemius, glute medius, and maximus, and VMO. And his hip also hikes, meaning his quadratus lumborum of opposite side and TFL and glute minimus on the same side, and adductor complex and glute medius are weak. This is Tanner's left leg. Everything seems pretty good. Just his inward trunk rotation on the left hand side, on his left hand side body. So the internal oblique, external oblique, TFL, and adductor complex, same side as stance. Overactive, underactive, internal oblique, external oblique, and glute medius and maximus. I decided to do hip internal rotation because most of his problems seem like they're coming from the hip. His ankles seem to do pretty well. So I did inward and external rotation to see how tight the joint was in that range of motion. Okay, so right there, hold that right there. No, just let me do this. And yeah, also the same as the internal rotation. I just want to see how the hip would function in that movement, and with his external rotation and his on this left leg, really tight. I believe he only had about 12 degrees, and you need 45. Can you hold that? There? Yeah. Another test on his hip, so I did hip abduction. He scored at 25 degrees and it should be 40. So also proving my point that most of his problems are coming are occurring at the hip.